Welcome to the podcast of School Beyond Limitations. In this podcast, you will learn how to guide your child through their school life with the intention to help them find their unique essence that will allow your daughter, your son to live a fulfilled and meaningful life. Is my child a gifted child? My name is Dr. Martina. I'm the co-founder, CEO and developer of the school model of School Beyond Limitations. If you would like your child to live a meaningful and fulfilled life, then this is the channel for you. Is my child gifted? This is a question that many parents have. And of course, here I would like to start the conversation and the input from a different angle. I personally believe that each child is gifted and each child has talents and each child brings something special with them. So it's very important in my view that we do not categorize between gifted and non-gifted students, because there is no such thing that a student is not gifted. But certainly it is important to say that there are students who are specially talented in certain areas, or they have a special interest in other areas, and or they are fast and so forth. And I would like to give you a few factors that showcase or show you to see whether which kind of gift or how you can identify whether your child has a specific gift. And again, I'm really very bold about the fact that we shouldn't talk about highly gifted or not highly gifted, because I think that divides rather than bringing people together. That raises this kind of understanding that there are people who are better over others, and this is something that doesn't do any good to anybody. But I can recognize special talents, I can recognize special gifts, and one of the main tools to actually see in which direction a child has specific interests or talents is just observing them and being open and being ready to guide them through the process, and to be alert and mindful and aware of where this comes up. And I would like to share with you a few key signals that may show you in which areas your children may showcase some their gifted highly gifted signs, if we want to talk about that. So in the cognitive development, certainly we can talk about when children learn a language very fast, and they start talking very fast, and they already have a very wide vocabulary, and that showcases certainly that they have a special talent for languages and for learning the language. And we can also see it if they learn really everything very fast, and if they showcase a specific curiosity towards music, or towards arts, or towards nature. And of course, what do I do then as a parent? I will facilitate it. I will create an environment. I will create opportunities for the child to, for instance, go to the bookstore and look at books, and I will provide my child with lots of books. And if they like nature and if they like plants, I will go with them for long walks, and I will take pictures with them. I will do all of these things with them, and sharing is so important. Then, of course, another key aspect is often also that a child is very emotional, very sensitive. They feel what's going on in their environment, and that's also an indicator that this child is a little bit, showcasing an emotional developmental stage that is very unique for them, and they are sensitive with regards to what's going on within the family. They are sensitive with regards what's going on with their friends, and they take everything in. And that's also showcasing that they have a gift to sense what's around them. And that's also what can I do as a parent there. I can help them understand, that this is a gift, that they can read the environment, that they can read other people, that they can read themselves within those people, that they can help other people to navigate this world, and we help them to navigate the world that's kind of intense for them. Then, of course, where we also see it is when they showcase a lot of creativity. I mean, whether this is problem solving, when they find out that mathematical problems are, solved in their own unique way, then I also provide them with potentially people who are already ahead of them, and I allow them to experiment. And this is what is so important. So it's really about providing an environment where children can flourish and are nurtured with their own talents, and where I always also see whether there is an indicator for giftedness. It's also in the behavior. If I see that a child in certain circumstances and also at school gets bored easily, that means that they are held back, and that there is, this kind of understanding that they are not nurtured enough, and that their thirst for more and for knowledge and for understanding is not really seen. And there I can come in and talk to school and to the teachers in order to provide an environment where this is actually taken care of. And of course, when students are bored, and we see that on a daily basis, also in schools where children, because they are bored, they lose interest, and then they behave also in a disruptive way. That's also many times, I don't want to say all the time, but many times an indicator for us to look into the situation, to observe again very carefully what we can do. And it's also important to be aware, even if a child is really far ahead in certain areas, that doesn't mean that they are at that level in all the other areas. So we need to be aware that we have to support our children and our students to be in a safe environment, so that they know, even if they're very good, let's make an example, at math, and they are far ahead at math. Let's pretend they skipped school years and they are doing, I don't know, math of the level of 3 or 4 years older students than themselves. That doesn't mean that their emotional development is already at that stage. So we need to be aware that we always, as educators, should observe and should make space for all the areas of life, and by encouraging our students and our children to move forward, but by also understanding that they are still teenagers, that they are still children, and they need the care and the safe environment and the caring environment that is needed to be developing and to be growing in a natural and also in a safe way. So this is what we are doing at School Beyond Limitations. As I said at the beginning, we do not categorize. We do not say this is a gifted student and this is not a gifted student, because we really believe that all the students are gifted. And I'm a firm believer of that each person is gifted, but we create this environment, we observe our students, and if we see that a student is really good at language acquisition, then we will give the student more of what the student is looking for. If a student is really into a specific theme, such as the universe, then we will do anything to explore that theme together with the student in more detail. So if this resonates with you, then perhaps School Beyond Limitations is the right school for your child. and you will find the website in the description.
At School Beyond Limitations, we support our students find their unique essence. Feel free to share the content of this podcast with other parents. We are here to show that your children can, indeed, bring their unique essence into life. So, reach out to us if you think that this is what you'd like your daughter, your son to experience, or apply through our website. Also, leave your comments, your questions, or your review about the podcast. Share it with others. And, as you know, sharing is caring.
Trust and you can see.